service, different things like that. You'd answer those questions. And that kind of applied for all the scholarships. And their scholarships are stackable too, which is nice. So I could get like a $2,000 scholarship from like alumni, something, something. And then the competitive scholarship, which is what I ended up getting, which is what paid most of my tuition, because the competitive transfer scholarship, that's just like competitive with like your GPA and stuff. I worked really hard to keep a 4.0. We only went up to 4.0 at my community college, so I think that's what helped me get my transfer scholarship, the competitive one. But then I got a bunch of little other ones that I don't even know why, honestly, I got them. Because like my parents didn't go there. Like I have no connections to the University of Alabama at all. But I'm very thankful because I got full tuition paid for, which is very nice for the last 2 years, because I was also on a scholarship at the community college where they paid for my tuition. So I'm going to be graduating college basically paying like nothing but books and room and board and stuff, which is really nice. I never knew the University of Alabama had such good scholarships. I thought they were just a really expensive school and like a bunch of rich people went there. But I actually found out like a lot of people get good scholarships. Like my boyfriend got a good ACT score in high school, so he's on full tuition also. And I just hear a lot of like good scholarships that people have, which is amazing. Also, right now I'm driving to Birmingham to pick up my dad, so that's why I'm in the car. It's so hot today. It's 85 degrees in February, which I love it, but I just went to the gym and sweated my butt off, so I had to shower. That's why my hair's wet. But I'm super excited because I'm picking up my dad, and it's the first time he's gonna have visited since I moved in, so can't wait to see you, Dad. But I thought I'd talk about this while I'm in the car because I've had like a busy spring semester so far. I thought this would be like a good time to do it. The hardest part was waiting for my scholarships to come back, since I was accepted like in the fall and I knew I wanted to go there. I had to wait until May to find out how much money they were giving me, and I was freaking out for a while, but I was just kind of like, I'm gonna let God handle it. I've done everything I can, and I'm very thankful because I didn't even think I could get a full tuition, but somehow I got other random scholarships that covered it. You were supposed to hear back like earlier spring, but I think like COVID and just probably everything going on delayed them some, and I didn't hear back till May. But I was very happy when I heard back because, oh my gosh, there's a little horse. I love seeing the horses like on the road. So cute. Anywho, it was hard waiting, but it was definitely worth it. We also have our own Bama bound orientation transfer students do, which was really nice because it helps you meet other transfer students. One of my really good friends right now, we even rushed together and we're still like best friends. Southern hospitality is definitely a thing in my opinion. Obviously, there's a ton of people who aren't from the South here, but there is a lot that are from the South in like Alabama area, and it's nice because there's just like more morals and focused on like, I don't know, it's not weird to go to church here. Like back at home, I feel like it was like, oh, like she's a church girl, like, you know, always getting made fun for being like innocent or blah blah blah. But I really like that I like hear most of my sorority sisters go to church. Like it's totally normal and it's part of like how people grew up, which is how I grew up. So it's really nice. And I mean, of course, there's a ton of people who different religions, different backgrounds. Some people don't go to church, but I like that I can find like a group of girls, a group of people that are similar to me. A good experience I have had is trying to take chemistry 2 here was really awful. I took Chem 1 at my community college, so obviously I thought, oh, it will probably be harder, but I was just like trying very hard in my first semester, and this teacher just did not really teach. Like he read through the PowerPoints, and like the PowerPoints had the problems, he didn't really work them out himself, and I didn't want to mess up like my 4.0, and I have like physician assistant school afterwards, so I can't transfer like a C to them in chemistry. So I did have to withdraw from that, and that was like really tough, trying to make it through that class. But I have heard that just sometimes like these big schools, like their chemistry departments suck. I've heard that about Bama, but I hope there's some other teachers out there that are better, or maybe maybe it's my learning style, but I was getting like the class average, which was failing on each test, and he wasn't curving. So I'm like, your entire class is failing. This semester I'm actually taking it at the local community college at Shelton Community College, which is like 15 minutes from Bama's campus, and I love it. It's 10 people in my class. You know, my chemistry one at Bama was like 100. And so that's definitely something I would recommend if, like, say math or something isn't your strong suit, and you don't want to be in like a class of 100 people, maybe taking it out at a community college. I think it's been very helpful to me and just like my peace of mind, and it's really easy to transfer in, especially from Shelton State. And I didn't have too much trouble transferring in credits. I know some of my friends did. Most of my credits did transfer. I think I took around 63 or so credits at my community college, and you can only transfer in 60 to Alabama. So I think some of mine just count as random electives, but other than that, like I am going to be okay. I'm going to graduate on time and everything like that, which I'm very thankful for, because I know some people have an issue where a lot of their credits don't transfer, and that's just something I'd say like look out for when you're, you know, looking to transfer and you're signing up for your last classes at the community college or wherever you are. Like I planned mine, I was like, oh, like I know this will transfer to Bama, so I'm gonna take this class. So I think that's very helpful. Something that's been hard for me is there is not as many shops and malls